Good afternoon, Midwest Mania fans. I am here with Roger Price, another traditional bow hunter. I would like him to come on here and tell a story. Hey, Roger, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Roger Price. I'm from Lebanon, Illinois. I've been bow hunting for many years, and it's one of my greatest passions.
Alrighty, all right. How did you get started bow hunting?
Well, ever since I was a young boy, 5 or 6 years old, I wanted to bow hunt because I had uncles that bow hunted deer. And my dad, he brought us up hunting, but he didn't bring me up bow hunting. So I would see my uncle come back after hunting and see that bow and arrow. He had a bear recurve,
Okay.
and I would have him shoot it for me. And I was inspired ever since then.
Alrighty. Can you describe your preferred setup for traditional archery?
Well, my preferred setup would be a recurve made from hedge
Okay.
between Osage orangewood,
Okay.
somewhere around 62 inches to 64 inches long. A self bow, no backing.
Okay.
Yes, 540 grain arrows.
Good man.
Yeah, I use a river cane. I use a more honeysuckle, and I tip them with stone tips. And I have a quiver that I use that I made from my first bow kill deer.
I didn't mean to cut you short. Were you successful this year? Did you take a deer this year during archery season?
Yes, I killed three,
Better than me.
and that was before I got hurt. I got hurt on the job, so couldn't hunt no more.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. I had an incident at my church in the garage door. I was inside. I lifted it up, and it came off the
Yeah.
rails and swung down and cracked me in the back of the neck and head. So
Oh,
I've been able to work for about 2 years now.
wow. Hey, I want to add that I didn't kill those with my homemade bows. I got them with a compound.
Okay.
Once I killed last
What,
season.
what kind of compound do you use?
I have a drop tine, PSE drop tine.
Nice. I have a
Yeah.
compound too. I got it from my dad. He passed away 2 years ago from cancer, and he never took a deer with it. And it's actually hanging over my desk right now. That's something that I like. I like trad bows, and that's my preferred method of hunting because I think they got to come in so close, and you learn a lot more.
Yeah.
So you said
Yeah.
I'm trying to say it, but you said you make arrows out of honeysuckle.
Amar honeysuckle.
Okay.
It's everywhere. It's a shrub. I heard it's invasive.
It is invasive. Yeah.
Yeah, it has the little red berries on it.
Yep.
I found out that if you pick those shoots, the ones that are coming more straight up than leaning to the sides, then the pith in them will be more centered
Okay.
than the ones that are leaning to the side. The ones that are leaning to the side, you don't want to use. But once you straighten that wood up, it stays straight, and it's like a carbon shaft, a natural carbon shaft to me.
It's pretty tough too, because
It's pretty tough. It's tough, man.
where I get to hunt, it's a part of natural land. NOI Natural Land Institute land. I get to hunt deer on with my sportsman's club, and we had to cut that stuff out, and
Yeah.
it's a pain in the butt to cut.
Yeah, and it's hard to break. Fly straight, and it even though it has a pith in the middle,
Yeah.
they weigh pretty. That's pretty heavy arrows.
I'm building
Makes no difference.
I'm building bamboo arrows right now, and I've never used bamboo, and I shoot a lot of 3D in the spring and summer with my kids, and
Yeah.
class them in. I gotta use wood or bamboo or cane, and
Yeah, I'm holding one right now.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that river cane. Once you get it straight, it stays straight too, but it doesn't straighten up as straight as that Amar honeysuckle does, in my opinion, anyway.
river cane's hard to find these days, at least up near me. I'm in Rockford, so
Rockford, Illinois.
yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, it's that's a southern type of deal. There, you'll find it. Maybe some in southern Illinois, but there's some around here in people's yards that they let me harvest.
Not bad. You're now you're near the Mississippi, aren't you? Right down near St. Louis.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's what I thought. Oh, but yeah, let's go on. Now before I hit this next question, and before my computer shuts off on me, woodsmanship. I want your opinion on it. Do you think it's a dying art with trail cameras?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do because the trail cameras they make up for a lot that we don't have to do ourselves. You know, they keep an eye on things. They're seeing where the deer are moving or whatever's moving, what time they're moving. And back in the days before trail cams, we would have to get out there and put in more work, more effort,
More boots on the ground.
more boots on the ground to see exactly what terrain looks like, the prevailing wind directions, the feeding, the bedding areas, and when the deer are moving.
Yeah. And I run 2 trail cams. That's it, and they're not cell cams. I gotta pull a SIM card because I might set the trail cam up in a big crossing area, but walking to it, I pay attention and I see little things here, little things there, and it all adds up to a bigger picture. I just don't go
Yeah,
out there and oh, I have this deer coming at 10 a.m. I'm gonna be all right at 8:30 and set my tree stand. And I mean that's how people do it, but you can pattern deer that way. You also could, yeah. But
the trail cams is definitely help, especially if you pattern a particular deer.
yeah. No, I don't know in where you're at, but do you hunt a lot of public land?
Yes.
Do you see a lot more crossbows now in Illinois than you did before?
Oh,
Tons, right?
oh yes, definitely.
Do you think they
Yeah.
hurt? In your opinion, I know I didn't get this in question. Do you think they're good for art? Do you think they belong in the archery season? Just your opinion.
Yes, I think they do. But I think that people need to still practice a
Yeah.
whole lot with those too, because they think that, oh, I got this crossbow shooting this real fast, and I got a scope on it. Now I'm not gonna miss a deer.
Oh,
Well, I have to let my nephew know that, man. Just because you have a crossbow with a scope on it and you can shoot a target at a specific range doesn't mean you're gonna hit a deer, because it's harder to. I mean, if you don't have a rangefinder, it's hard to judge ranges,
yep.
and you know that plays a particular role in making that shot. And that'll let them know also that target's not going to jump the stream.
Nope.
The deer will. So all those stuff, I have to let them know. If you see a deer, the deer looks nervous, and if it's a questionable shot, you don't shoot.
Yeah.
Because that deer will jump that stream.
Like I had this big buck around here. My daughter
Unless it's very close.
named him Hershey's because he's got really dark antlers and he's like really wide. And he's a really big bodied buck. And I had him at 15 yards, and I could shoot my longbow from like sitting down on my tree stand. And I watched him come in, so I stood up and made sure I did everything right. Well, I forgot to bend at the waist. I dropped my arm, my bow arm. I shot right over the back. And
I've done that quite a few times, man.
I knew exactly.
Unless you didn't want him, though.
Yeah. And I got a picture of him last Tuesday across the road from my house. And he saw his antlers on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's weird though, because we had some deer. Guys thought they shot does, and the bucks would have dropped their antlers. My one buddy, and who's in my sportsman's club, thought he goes, "Dude, I shot the biggest doe I ever shot in my life," and I helped him go drag it out, and it was a buck. Lost his antlers already.
Yeah. I remember one time I saw a deer in March, still had antlers on his head.
I wonder if that was
driving down the highway.
I wonder if that was an antlered doe. But I don't. I think they.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I know, like my dad before he passed away lived in like northeastern Arkansas, and we'd hunt that part of Arkansas and hunt in Missouri because he lived right on the border. And there was like 2 antlered does I've seen in like real person. I didn't believe it, and she had fawns with her.
Wow.
Yeah, but before we get off topic, another thing is you trap, don't you?
Yes, I trap.
You want to discuss that a little bit? Because
That's cool. I haven't trapped in 2 years, but
Yeah.
That's another one of my passions.
No, because I see you make a bunch of your soap with the possum fat and raccoons.
Yeah, yeah. That's something that I just really. I've been making soap for some years, but
Yeah.
this is I just started using animal soap. So I did some coon maybe about 6 or 8 years ago, just at one time. But it's something I like to get back into doing things that I like to do.
Same here.
That's why I'm making the soap and stuff. It brings me joy.
Is it pretty easy to
And
make? All reality.
yes, it's easy. It's easy, man. Of course, you just have to put safety first and make sure that you don't burn yourself with that line.
Yeah.
Safety glasses, gloves.
I got a story for that. My uncle's I think he's 78 this year or something like that. But when he was a kid, my grandma and the house where I'm in now was making making soap, and he got into. I think he digested some why it made him have epilepsy after that. It was weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't. I always thought that was like a story my brother told me, but no, it ended up being true.
Give me just a second. Yeah.
Okay.
Bring them in, take them in there. All right, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
I'm trying to figure out where do we have particular memorable moments or hunts that were tested. Oh, this would be a good one, Roger.
Go in there. I'll bring it in there. Go ahead. Okay. What's that now?
What role does woodsmanship play in your success as a bow hunter?
Oh, it plays a big role because reading signs. I generally won't hunt unless I see not only tracks, but I have to see droppings too.
Yeah. And I don't think most people can tell just a buck poop and a doe poop.
Hang on, give me just a second here, one more time.
Take your time. I'm in no hurry.
Hold my mind right here for a second. Boy, she can eat, man. I mean, she can eat. Fourth time eating today. Okay, go ahead, Justin.
Okay, hang on. I have a mouthful of food. Oh.
Okay, take your time. You take your time. Thank you.
I'm back. Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Okay, our next question. Could you share one of your particularly memorable moments or hunts that tested your woodsmanship skills?
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me think. That's the question there. There's a whole lot of those. But I'll go to this on here.
Okay.
Okay. I was set up in a tree stand. And I don't know if you saw the decoy that I made.
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, well, my brother killed a deer one year. And it was a smaller deer, so I said, I wanted to make a decoy. I said, I'm going to make this thing into a decoy. Because I'm hunting with homemade bows and arrows, and I need to draw the deer in as close as I can,
Yeah.
So I made that decoy. I got it to where the legs are detachable, the tail's detachable, and I can put antlers on or take them off.
That works.
And so I set that decoy up at the bottom of my tree to my right, and it was facing opposite of where I was looking. When I'm sitting in my tree stand looking forward, the deer was looking the opposite way. So the tail end of the deer was
sticking out.
Toward the way I was looking. I rattled, and I saw a deer coming in. And I was like, oh, I gotta be really careful, because the deer came directly at me, and he was probably 15 feet away from the decoy.
Yeah.
And first, if it would looked up, it would look right at me. But again, it looked, it did just like the decoy did. It looked in the direction the decoy was looking, which was right behind me. And this is not really tested me too much, but I had to keep my composure because I was like, man, I hope this deer don't see me. You know, this was only the second deer I killed with my bow.
Yeah.
So I was pretty new at it. But anyway, I could have jumped right down. It was right at the base of the tree. I could have jumped right down without jumping forward and landed right on the deer's back. But I shot the deer through the spine and went into the heart.
Yeah.
And I guess that wasn't as, well, I can tell you another story. I was on the ground, and I was about 8 yards away from the trail. I didn't have much cover in the back of me. I just put some logs around so I can blend in.
Yeah.
I like that type of deal, you know. I don't like getting in blinds if I don't have to, especially when I'm using my homemade weapons, you know. It's like more nostalgic. So the deer come down the trail, and so I was drawing. I had a black locust self bow.
Okay.
With those Amar honeysuckles arrows tipped with Zwicky heads.
Okay.
So she caught me half drawn and looked directly at me. Now this kind of tested me because she would not stop staring at me from 8 yards away. She's staring at me directly in front of me. I'm on the ground. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I hope she looks away so I can let my draw down. So I see she's not going to look away. After about 3 or 4 minutes, I started easing very, very slowly, letting my draw down, you know, hoping that she couldn't see it. And all the time I'm thinking, I hope she don't spook because I wonder if she can see my arm moving. So I let it all the way back down. She's still staring at me. So then after about 6 minutes, I think, maybe even more, I saw that she wasn't looking directly at me. It looked like she was looking through me, like she was looking behind me. So I sensed, I said, oh, she's going to leave. Just then, she started on down the trail. I quickly drew, aimed, and released. She donkey kicked. So I was like, oh, yes, I got it. And, man, you're talking about a flood of adrenaline.
Yes.
I started shaking like a leaf in a thunderstorm. And, I mean, it hurt bad. That buck fever hit me, and I mean, I was like, oh. And it came in different waves like that about 5 times. And I was thinking, man, my brother is going to be excited about this because he was hunting in the same set of woods when I tell him I got this deer. So after I calmed down, I got down. Well, I mean, I walked over and I found my arrow, and I was disappointed because I missed the deer. But there was a feather found a hair found right under one of the feathers. My hair was white belly hair, a few hairs. But I was relieved to know at least I didn't wound her.
You shaved her.
I shaved her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shaved her. Yeah. I was in 95 or 96.
You hunt turkey at all?
I've killed turkeys while I've been deer hunting with my bow. I killed one with my homemade bow one time, but I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I knew it killed it, but I never found that turkey. It really had me upset.
Yes. Turkeys are hard to kill, and everybody, especially with a bow. I mean, I had a guy on here, and he goes, I don't turkey hunt. They seem like they're pretty easy to kill. I said, you take a turkey load for a shotgun. Most turkey loads are like 3 to 3.5 inches. That's a lot of powder behind it, and that's a lot of BBs too.
Yeah, well, anyway, as I told my brother and my dad about the turkey I made, I was like, the arrow stuck in one side and it stuck out the other.
Yeah.
She flew off and ran off with it stuck in her. She was with like 8 other turkeys. And my brother was like, man, that little bow you got, man, my compound would have just zipped right through that turkey. And so that's what he thought. He didn't know how tough turkeys was.
Mm-hmm.
So one time me and him was hunting, and he shoots his turkey. I'm there watching him shoot this turkey, and his arrow did the exact same thing with the compound.
Yep.
It hit through the wings, and it did not go through that turkey. He was amazed. That tough.
They're really tough. They're really, really tough. Let me figure out what else can I use. John, sorry about that. I'm blowing back up my laptop. It shut off on me.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can go off this one a little bit. Okay, what are some key skills for beginners should focus on when learning woodsmanship?
Well, one thing I would say, be patient, and don't rush nothing. Soak up everything, learn to keep the wind, learn the prevailing wind directions that are coming through, based upon your canyons or whatever it is. Hot air rises, cold air falls.
Thermals. Thermals.
Thermals.
Yes.
Learn those thermals, man, because the wind is your friend if you play it right.
Granted, like you're down towards St. Louis, and people don't think Illinois has topography. We don't have high mountains here, but we do have topography, and if you don't pay attention to that, you might think you have a wind in your face, but those thermals can be going right down that hill.
That's right. Whatever else.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. Okay. You said for as woodsmanship goes.
Yeah.
Learn how to read sign. Learn your game trails. Take your trail cameras out there if you got to.
Yeah.
Look for the foods that they
eat,
the food sources, and there's one thing I found out is that they will switch food sources in a split second.
Yes, they will.
When the acorns stop dropping on that tree there, they're going to be right over there to the next one.
Yep.
They prefer the white oaks over the red oaks. Early in the season, they'll be eating soybeans
and corn.
Find out what they're eating, find out where they're bedding, check the droppings of the tracks, find the water sources because they have to drink water.
Yep.
That's something that people kind of overlook in areas like this where we're not in no desert. But deer, when they get up, they like to go take a drink of water. I've seen it numbers of times, even in mild weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say take your time, move slowly, do more looking than you do walking.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get spotted. Another thing, like if you see something that you think might be a deer, don't just start immediately looking left and right and bending down, like you do sometimes to get a look around the brush. Be really slow at that. Be really, really slow. Move slow. Because deer can spot movement better than we can.
Now, do you wear any type of cover scent or anything like that? I know some.
A lot of times I use smoke. Most times I smoke my clothes. Yeah, of course. You gotta. Yep. Make sure that you wash up real good. Kill your scent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use pine tar soap.
Control that scent.
And
what's that? Pine tar soap.
Yep. And it's worked this season.
That sounds good.
But it smells like, I call it like forest. It smells like, because where I hunt, they always do controlled burns there, and that's what it smells like.
Yeah. Well, this season this next season coming up, I plan to use some of the soap that I've been making.
Yeah. What are your soaps? Yeah. You want to talk about them?
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about your soaps. Because that's how I found you. Actually, my buddy, one of my best friends, Hans, sent me your clip. Sent me a video on YouTube of you making a soap from a raccoon, and Hans is like a modern day mountain man. He's got a doctorate in water and soil science.
Yeah.
Yeah. He works at the University of South Dakota. But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. He's an all right guy.
You gotta put more knowledge, much knowledge on his head as you can. Yep. But anyway, this soap it's very rewarding to me. And what I do, I like to infuse a lot of the I got pine needles I put in, and then this latest soap I made was beaver soap.
Okay.
And I put almost as much juniper needles by weight as I did for the beaver.
Okay.
And it's really has a nice. It smells just like juniper.
Okay.
Smells just like juniper. You know, they have anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antibacterial, anti-diabetic, and antioxidant effects from that juniper. So you know this is gonna be some good soap.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Now you made him out of raccoon. You said before.
Yeah, that was years ago. Only made one little small bar, but I plan to make some hair
Now
soap out of raccoon.
when you like use different types of fat, does the texture of the soap change? Or no? It's all
It's yes, it does.
okay.
It seems like the deer is the hardest. The deer soap is by far the hardest. It's like deer tallow at
Yeah.
room temperature
Yeah.
is solid and hard.
Yeah.
But these other soaps like the bear, the beaver, and the possum at room temperature, they're not solid. And so they don't make as hard as soap.
Gotcha.
But it's really nice soap.
And you don't add no like glycerites or any. I'm trying to remember it when I was reading.
Essential oils, anything?
Yeah, anything like that into them.
Well, I added some in the lavender in this bear,
Okay.
the bear soap I made. But I like the natural things. You know what I'm saying? Just of course, lavender is natural too. But
Yeah.
I like to gather the stuff myself.
And you don't want to wear lavender when you're out deer hunting either. It smells you a mile away.
No. You don't want that. I'll tell you what, this possum soap, man, it smells really, really good. It's got pine needles in it. It's really it's a deodorant soap.
Hey, that works, dude. That 100% works.
Yep.
You might be onto something there because
yeah.
like I found that I know you don't have Woodman's down there. That's more like a Wisconsin thing. So close to the border, we have a Woodman's grocery store here. They have this soap called Grandpa's soap and Grandma's soap, and that's where I got my pine tar soap from, and it works. It does. I have really sensitive skin, so that's how I started using that, and I started using it for hunting season. I've been winded before, and you can't help that, but it seems like they're with it bow range before they wind me if the wind's not perfect. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I tell you what, man, this soap would definitely, if you wash up before this, it's got to help.
Yeah.
It's got to help.
It's got to help. Okay.
Got to help.
Here's the next question. How has connecting with nature through traditional bow hunting impacted your life?
Well, you know what? It soothes me. You know, it really soothes me. It's a stress reliever for me. I get out there and it feels like I'm on top of the world, for real. I mean, I've got a deep connection with the woods, and it's some animals out there, like the squirrels, something like that. They don't even care that I'm out there.
Yeah,
I'm out. Yeah, it's almost like a form of meditation for me. You know,
like
more patient, more observant.
I read your Facebook profile, so like my listeners don't know it, but yeah, I'm closer to God when I'm in the woods or in my tree stand, away from everything.
Man, there you go. There you go. That's it right there. Gives you more respect for animal and more reverence for God. But God, you created all this.
Yeah,
you know.
And that's how.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nowadays people are good stewards of the land. And that's what irritates me. But
yeah,
I fish a lot, and I find a lot of trash in waterways, and I go up a creek where like no one's supposed to be, or like most people, no one really fishes it because there's a couple of streams up here that have brown trout in it, but they've been like introduced illegally back in the 50s, and they flourished. And you get way back in there, and you figure you ain't gonna see trash, and like there's a water bottle or a Tide bottle or crap.
Yeah, like it gives you more of a respect for the animals and the woods and keep it clean. We are stewards of the land. Yes.
And I don't think people mean to like. I don't think they intentionally like. I mean, I should say they intentionally do it, but when people throw stuff in their car, I don't think they realize the impact that they're leaving. Or like when their garbage can get knocked over, and they don't get all the trash. I don't think they realize what impact that is.
Or a deer could step on something and get in his foot, and
Yeah.
that's not good, man.
I mean, you have, I don't know. You don't have none of the bears. I don't think none of the bears that came from Wisconsin made it down. Go ahead.
What'd you say now?
I don't think. I was gonna say I don't think none of the bears that came in from Wisconsin made it down to you. In the West.
Oh yeah, they're down there too. They come through here. There were a few that come through last year. One of them came through probably maybe 9 miles. Well, one of them was like 2 blocks from my brother. He lives in Muscoda, Illinois.
Yeah.
They come through St. Louis area quite often.
And
from Missouri and come over to Illinois.
And people don't realize Missouri has black bears. I go,
oh yeah.
Man, they don't. When you get down towards you got the Ozark Mountains in Missouri. Then you got down near you in St. Louis. You got Boone Terry. There's elevation changes there, and it's all it's wilderness.
With lions and bears in them hills.
Oh yeah, yes there are, and you said it perfectly right there.
Good habitat.
Yeah, yes it is. It's good, great.
Missouri is one of the most forested states.
Yeah, and no one ever thinks about it.
No, I mean I've been back in them hills, man, and it goes for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, like you're down in Tennessee or something.
Yeah. That's how my family's, or it's still my family's property. My dad's passed away now. My uncle and aunt own it all. My grandparents originally bought it down there in Arkansas, but it's like where their property ended, there was a road, then it went into Mark Twain National Forest. So there was like 5 minutes from the Missouri border, and most of Mark Twain National Forest is in Missouri.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Have you ever been down there?
I wanted to go there. I was going to, I guess about 15 years ago. I was going to go wild hog hunting over there, but they stopped people from hunting.
I would say that, yeah.
Public land for hogs now, so I never made it.
I don't know why they did that. They say same thing here. Like we have like pockets of wild hogs. We're like, I don't know. Do you know where Rochelle, Illinois is?
No.
Okay, it's about 30 miles away from me. It's like on 39 heading towards you. But they had a big hog farm caught on fire, and two of their barns caught on fire, and most of the pigs escaped. They got like 80% of the pigs, and then they were going to find that other 20%. Now they're starting to pop up here, pop up there.
But trying to fill real fast, don't they?
Oh yeah, I was driving back from driving my mother-in-law off. It was like 40 minutes south of me, and I had both my daughters in the car. I said, "Man, that's got to be the biggest fat black lab I've ever seen in my life." I said, "There's more of them," because it was up in a cornfield towards the house. I'm looking, I go, "Holy crap, they're pigs!" And that was like 15 miles from my house. And some of the guys in my sports club goes, "Oh, they want and some of the people there ain't the brightest people. And other people they're like straight up woodsmen. They're great. And the guy goes, "Well, they won't cross the river because pigs can't swim." And you could hear. He said that, and the whole room went quiet. You could hear like a needle drop, ping.
I saw something down in southern Illinois before. A pack of maybe 12 to 15 of them. We was going to Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And my nephew looked in there. He said, "Man, look at all those turkeys down there." And me and his brother turned around and looked. We was like, "Man, them ain't turkeys, them pigs."
And they're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun to hunt with a trad bow.
Oh man, I bet you it would be.
So
I killed 2 of them with a knife before.
Nice. Were you hunting with dogs or?
Yeah, dogs.
Yeah, that's something I want to do. I hear that's fun.
Oh man, you talking about a rush, man?
That's another thing. I forgot to add this to the list. I asked all my people that come on here. I don't know if you believe in Bigfoot, but I experienced hunting my grandparents' land down in Arkansas, turkey hunting. What's your take on Bigfoot? Do you think it's real or fake, or could have been real at one
It's
time?
100% fake.
100% fake. All right.
100% because there's no way possible that a Bigfoot could be alive because that would mean that man come from ape. Remember they call that the missing link between man and ape?
I think
didn't come from no ape.
I have a feeling. I think that's like. I think it goes to maybe some of the like Nephilim stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Like before.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the giants.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that could be some of it too. I don't know.
Oh, I hear what you're talking about because they was doing experimenting with hybrids between humans and animals.
Yep. Yeah. I could. I saw something in northeastern Arkansas, and there's a sort of shotgun laying out there in the woods. I dropped it and took off running. I don't know what the hell it was. It wasn't a bear and it wasn't a man.
Saw something that looks like a big.
Yeah, I'm
wow.
I'm 6'5". This thing had to be 8 foot tall.
Saw a man in a monkey suit.
Oh, maybe.
We're still sawing.
Maybe. And it stunk.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Okay, now here's one argument against Bigfoot.
Okay.
There are Bigfoots out there. Why haven't we found a skeleton or some type of dead Bigfoot?
Yeah, you have a point there.
And all these years, I just go out the woods every year. We find all kind of deer. We find them mountain lions in Illinois.
Yeah.
Dead. You know, that's a very rare occurrence.
Yep.
But and Bigfoot, the way people are talking about Bigfoot, man, I mean, I would like to see some evidence.
Yeah. I just want to know what the hell I saw. Because like down where my family lives, people don't trespass.
So you wasn't smoking some drugs? You wasn't smoking nothing, was you?
No, I was not smoking anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some of them hill folk. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Sometimes your eyes can deceive you.
Yeah. I just know I went down there deer hunting with my dad before he passed away 3 years ago, deer season down there, and he thought it was funny. He was like, "We'll put your tree stand right here." I said, "I ain't going in them woods. You're nuts."
Yeah.
I said, "I'll go over here."
You saw something that scared you, huh?
Yeah. Yep. There's an 870 shotgun still out there. I told my dad, I said, "You can go back and get it if you want. I ain't going back there." Maybe one day I'll go back out there if I ever go back down to Arkansas. But my dad ain't alive anymore. I love my aunt. I just don't get along with my uncle. So
my dad, he passed away 2.5 years ago too from cancer.
Yep. My dad he had liver cancer, and he said he was fine, but he was blowing smoke, and we didn't know he'd stopped taking his chemo pills, and we didn't know it spread, and so last year I went hunting with him. Last year I saw my dad alive. And it's not that long of a trip down there, but it's what it is because I take care of my mom up here. Yeah.
The last hunting trip me and my dad and my brother took on video. I got this left on one of my other phones. I got to get it out of there. I think I might have it on my computer as well.
All right. All right. So we already touched on the Bigfoot thing. I'm trying to think of what else can we talk about? Do you fish?
Man, I love fishing.
So
I make some good dough bait.
Oh, so you
that any fish will eat. I've got sauger, bluegill, crappie, catfish, carp, buffalo. Come on, a sauger on dough bait.
Yeah, you sell your dough bait? I'm interested in getting some.
Well, I got to get some stuff going, you know. And I heard there's one. My sister was telling me about a website that you don't have to create your own website. You can just put this stuff on there, list it on there, and then they'll tell you about it when you got orders and you just ship it out. So once I get caught up on some things, I'm gonna start selling some of my stuff because I got some things that I haven't even showed the world yet, man.
Is your dough bait cheese based?
I make some with cheese in it.
Okay.
One of my main ingredients I like to use is salt.
Yeah.
They like salt. Yeah. And I grind up either crawfish or crab, or sometimes I just use sardines because they're cheaper and they're easy to find.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah.
I used to buy a. I don't think they make it anymore. It was Junie's dough bait, stink bait, and I think they went out of business. Their factory caught on fire, but they made this the shrimp bait, which I love. It worked great for channel cat, and they made a shad bait that we caught. Actually, we had a muskie hit a dough bait worm. But
Yeah.
so if you had to eat any type of freshwater fish, what's your preference? What would be your number one choice?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I just love the way they taste. I know they got a lot of bones, but the hard side, the ribs, and around the collarbone.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
Now, do you thought I've caught them on like fishing for walleye up here a lot with like Mr. Twisters and sexy shads, and people they don't eat minnows. So hell if they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh yeah,
They get that.
They get
a lot of them like that.
Yeah.
One thing about a buffalo, you don't want to eat him once he gets over about 8 pounds because they get a lot of fat globules in them.
Yeah.
So around 6 or 7 pounds is where I like them. But I can't even eat fish no more. I like to taste a piece every now and then.
Gotcha.
Something how your body changes, and I become allergic to one of the favorite types of food.
I wonder if you're like my daughter is. It's like she's allergic to some like protein in them I have. So
what's that?
My daughter's allergic to like all seafood. We thought it was just like shellfish, like crabs, lobster, oysters, or something like that. No, it's any seafood that has a certain type of protein she's allergic to. So,
well, I need to do some more research on that stuff. One thing I found out is that when I eat something out of a can, like tuna, because I tested it, the tuna doesn't bother me out of a can. I looked it up why, and it said there's something that in the processing of that fish that kills the allergen that I'm allergic to.
Yeah, it breaks it down.
I wish there's some type of way I can get, man, if I could take a pill or something, but it ain't gonna work.
I would say,
it's got to be a way that we can eat fish, man. If you really can. I love the way it tastes.
I would say that's the next question. I was asking you what's your favorite fish to eat, but you already answered that. I was asking you which one tastes better, bluegill or crappie.
Oh, you know what, man? That is a real. I like the firmness of the bluegill meat. And the taste of the crappie is good. Crappie's kind of soft, you know. Yeah. If I had to choose between the bluegill and crappie, I would take the bluegill.
Now, do you get white bass runs down where you're at?
Oh yeah, man.
People call them stripers, and yeah, they do look like stripers.
There's some of them that are hybrid stripers, you know, with the white bass.
Yeah, they get bigger. They get a lot bigger.
Yeah, I caught one over 10 pounds before.
That's a big striper. My brother lives out in Philly on the Jersey coast, and he fishes for like the stripers that come in, like the ocean stripers. And he goes, he had one on that hit. He never could get the thing to turn; it just spooled him.
What's that now?
He had a big striper hitting on the Jersey coast, and he couldn't get the fish to turn. My brother's a big boy.
Yeah.
And he goes, it just fooled me. He goes, they used to catch 50, 60 pound stripers.
Yeah, there's big stripers out there. Yeah. I'm gonna give that a shot one of these days. I used to be up in okay, go ahead.
I would say, do you like? I know you make a bunch of stuff. Do you like tie flies or make jigs or anything like that?
I used to. It's been maybe 30 years ago since I've done something like that.
I tie flies a lot. I make hair up here. I have a friend that's a guide in Wisconsin. I guess they pull flies like they look like old trout streamers like back in like turn of the century. They pull them for white bass and walleye on like the Wisconsin River and oh crap.
You know that gives me something to do when I'm able to fish again. Make some jigs.
Yeah, that works. That works. And Got one more question here. I don't know what we're at 44 minutes right now. It'll beep at me at 55 minutes. Uh, what advice do you have for expiring traditional bow hunters? I don't know if I spoke that right.
One thing I would say is when you're hunting and you're about to take that shot, make sure that you wait for the right moment.
Don't rush it.
Let that deer come in. Let that deer come in. Of course, they say, and I believe, take the first good shot that you have, but make sure it is within your range that you won't be wounding this animal. You know, you have effective shooting range.
Yeah.
Whether it's 10 yards, it might be 30 yards, but don't shoot no further than that.
Yeah.
That's one thing you do not want to do, because wounding the animal is hard on you, especially when you're doing it with, you know, your bows that you made and stuff like that. And I mean, that animal, a lot of times, you might pass up a shot. It might be 5-yard shot because everything is just not right. But a lot of times that animal will come back and give you another shot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. So be patient, you know, and practice a lot. Practice a lot. Practice every day. Practice throughout the year. Every day that you can, practice, practice, practice. Just don't practice enough to where you're going to wear yourself out, because you can, like, get fatigued and you start shooting bad. You know, of course, you want to control your sense. Don't get buck fever, whatever you do.
No.
Don't get buck fever, because it's your enemy. Way you don't get buck fever is sometimes you might have to think about something else. I've noticed that when I get buck fever, it happens when I see the deer for a long time, and he's coming up here. All my emotions try to get the best of me. Breathe, think about something else. You know, keep your eyes on the deer. Of course, you don't want to lose track of him, but make sure that you keep yourself calm, man, because you can screw a hunt up. And even, okay, now, say for instance, if you're getting buck fever and you got a close shot, and you know 5-6 yard shot, and you know that you're going to mess up the shot by shooting at him, don't shoot.
Yeah.
Don't shoot, even though he's that close. It's going to blow your hunt. He might come back.
Yep.
You know, like we talked about woodsmanship earlier. Practice your woodsmanship. Get out there, and it's nothing like boots on the ground. Get out there, do your scouting. See everything that you need, where they're eating, where they're feeding, where they're drinking, where they're sleeping, and the foods that they're eating. Learn your tracks. Learn how to follow a deer. If you hit him and he doesn't bleed much, take your time. And I know there's deer tracks everywhere out there, but find out which tracks your deer's on. And if you have to track him, just by a turned over leaf, a piece of dirt that's turned over. Take your time, pay attention to the small details, and help you recover your deer. There's a whole lot of things to think about that, but enough. Get your 3D target. Get your 3D target so that you can, and practice shooting so you can learn how to shoot that deer from different angles. Practice shooting, not for just standing up or sitting down. Lean a little bit here, lean a little bit there. Practice shooting from a tree, on the ground. Make
kneeling.
Your practice mimic a real hunting situation.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head right there.
Yeah, control, and make sure that your arrows are all the same weight. Everything needs to be consistent. Make sure you have a consistent anchoring point. Know where your anchor is, and don't ever change it. Unless you might have to take a snapshot here and there, and you might not be able to anchor. That can happen, but I'm advise against it. Unless until you get more, practice up on that stuff like that.
Yep.
Hmm?
You answered that question 100% perfect, Roger.
Well, good.
But yeah, I want you to come back on once you get everything up and rolling about your dip baits and your soap.
Did you see my scent dispensers that I make?
I didn't even know that. I hadn't seen them either. So,
Well, I make back in I think it was like 2000. It was early 1 or 2. I was just coming back from hunting, and I was like, man, there's got to be a better way than dragging this drag rag around to leave a deer trail, scent trail.
yeah.
Because he keeps getting hung up and stuff.
Yep.
So I said, well, and there's been different ones through the years that after I looked it up, that a scent dispenser that you can wear on your boot.
Okay.
And leaves a trail. Go into your deer stand, and when you get there, you don't want to walk straight to your stand, because if you do, that's what the deer's going to do.
Yeah.
So you want to make like a semicircle.
Okay.
So that you can get a broadside shot and then hang your scent dispenser in the tree. The first guy that killed one with it, I told him what to do. I gave him instructions and everything. And he was a cement. He drove a concrete truck.
Okay.
And I used to do concrete. And we was always talking all the time. So I saw him scent dispenser, and he told me, he said, Roger, man, I took that thing out and I got a big 9-point buck. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, but I didn't do what you told me to. I walked straight to my tree, and that's what he did. So I had to take a bad angle shot, but he got him.
Yeah.
But look on my website, Facebook. Look through some of my reels. I'm going to be posting some more of this stuff.
Okay.
But I'll, like I said, I'll get this website thing going. I'll be having some things to sell. Just have these, some of these I have to put together, but these were made over 20 years ago, about 20 years ago. It's very, very good deal there.
Not bad.
Leaves a deer trail, and just like if you're trapping too.
Okay.
You can, make a scent trail from set to set.
Yeah.
Yeah, by wearing one of these with whatever type of scent that you want to attract, coyotes or whatever. Just wear one of those on your foot as you trek through the woods, and when they come across a trail, they'll let it right to your set.
All right. I'll have to look that up. I'll go through your reels and.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Hey, when we get off here, do you want to send me a photo I can use I can use as a thumbnail on my podcast episode?
Like what type of photo?
Of you or with you having a deer or holding your homemade bows or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most time I'll go on there's somebody's social media and do it, but I'll have you pick one out and just send me a messenger, and I won't have this podcast edited and all the background noise stripped out of it until Wednesday or Thursday this week. So.
Okay, so I'll get it to you before then.
That works, Roger. I appreciate it. And thank you.
Yeah.
And let's keep in touch, dude, because, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, let me know. Send me your podcast information.
I definitely will. I'll definitely send it to you. Oh, okay. Would you rather have it on Spotify or would you rather have it on YouTube? Which one? Which one do you want?
I don't even know what Spotify is.
So I'll send you the YouTube one. So that one's better. Spotify is just where it's like a music radio podcast. That's where the app I have goes through that. So
okay.
But yeah, I'll let you go. Then I'll wrap this up. I gotta do my sponsorship demo and stuff like that, and we can go from there.
All right, so that's talking to you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Back with you later.
You too.
Yeah.
God bless you. Bye.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap for this episode. Remember to check out our sponsors, Compton Traditional Bow Hunters. It's a great organization. Vantage Point Archery, better known as VPA, for tough, really, really tough broadheads. They make some very exceptional ILF risers. And if you're looking for a magazine, a bow hunting magazine, check out these two, Traditional Bow Hunter and Trad Hunter magazine. They're two different styles of magazine. Traditional Bow Hunter is your normal magazine, and Trad Hunter is the size of a Reader's Digest, and there's not that many advertisements in it. So have a great day. Do what you love. Life is too short. And see you at the next episode.